Turkish Airlines EuroLeague in association with
Yeah, now, in this game, one goal, one team. Fight for that possession, gotta act fast. Another shot, another pass. City comes to life and they got something to say. Come on, let's go. I feel devotion.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the second to last game of the season on the Player's View. I'm your host, Michael Roll, joined today by special guest Tyrese Rice. Tyrese, thanks for joining. But before we get to you, we are looking at the teams arrive in Barcelona, Spain, as we watch FC Barcelona take on Maccabi play Tel Aviv. Both teams Tyrese had the pleasure to play for. We're going to hear a bunch of good stories from him about his time in both locations. But for now, we are coming at you live on X and YouTube. Here's Coach.
Facing a really good team with a lot of experience. And Barcelona home, it's one of the toughest games in EuroLeague, especially when they really need this game.
Very true statement from Coach Katash as we see Coach Grimau arriving to the gym. Barcelona at home, always tough, but as he said, this is a game of huge importance for both teams. So both teams are going to be locked in trying to get this win. With Maccabi, if they lose, they're going to finish 7th. Here's Coach Grimau.
Very, very good team. A very good game to win. Probably control the rebound on the defense and trying to go on offense and control this second option for them.
Very good point from Coach Grimau. But as we get into it, Tyrese, thanks for joining. Great to have you here. How are you, man?
I'm good. Thanks for having me. It's always a pleasure to come on and be live with you. And, you know, I miss my guy Jake, of course, but he got a game tonight.
Yeah, he's got to handle some business. Maccabi is streaking. They have won 17 games in a row for both competitions, 6 in the EuroLeague. The last time they lost, get this, February 8th against FS, nearly 2 months ago in the EuroLeague, which is an insane stat. I've never heard of a team going that long outside of Real Madrid, basically cruising the first half of this whole season. But tonight's game, big time. Barcelona, 21 wins, trying to secure the home court advantage in the playoffs, and Maccabi trying to get in the 6th spot so they don't have to play the play-in game. Huge implications. Maccabi, if they lose, they're going to finish 7th in EuroLeague. They'll have that wrapped up by themselves. So they'll take on the 8th seed, which we don't know, as you can see from the standings on your screen now. Teams anywhere from 5 all the way down to 14 in Valencia have a chance at making the play-in. Just goes to show this time of the year, the EuroLeague is the best basketball in the world. It's insane. Every game matters. There's just so many different scenarios that can happen, and we're all enjoying it as fans. So Jake obviously is going to be playing tonight, so that's why Tyrese is here. But before we get into the nitty-gritty of the game, wanted to say thank you to all the fans. If you got any questions, comments, you want to hear some stories about Tyrese's career, hashtag the Players View on Twitter. And we are interactive on the EuroLeague TV, so you can click the button in the top right, pose your question there. We've had some really good questions these past couple weeks, so it's been a lot of fun. Tyrese, let's get into it. At the moment, Maccabi is really streaking, partly because of that guy right there, Wade Baldwin IV, playing phenomenal. We'll talk about his comments in a minute. But if you had to choose a winner for this game, what's your early prediction?
Man, this is a big game for both teams. Maccabi coming in with a great two-headed monster from the guard position. some guys that can really take it over. They're scoring the ball well as a team, not only as individuals, as a team. But Barcelona, like we said, man, very tough at home. A game that they need to solidify home court. So I gotta go with Maccabi. I'm gonna go with Maccabi to come in and pull off one.
Okay, so 6 in a row in the EuroLeague, looking to make it 7. Barca is alone right now, sitting in the 4th position. Excuse me, their same record with Monaco, 21-11. Monaco is currently leading, so they're looking to get that win. This is why Barcelona needs to get it, because if they slip to 5 or 6, then they're going to lose the home court, as you just mentioned. With Fener and Olympiacos only 1 game behind them, both of them right on the tail, which those 2 teams have another set of teams right on their tail trying to get in. So I'm really curious and interested in seeing Ricky Rubio today. You know, a lot has been said about him coming back to FC Barcelona. I have not had the chance to call his game. I've been watching him. It's going to be a lot of amazing assists. You see that? If you're Maccabi, you mentioned it, the 2-headed snake for them. Their 2 guards, Wade Baldwin and Lorenzo Brown, are just absolutely phenomenal. And to play them both is tough. So Ricky has a big task himself. What are your thoughts on those matchups?
Man, first off, I'm just happy to see my guy Ricky back on the floor. Just happy to see him going out there and enjoying himself and playing the game and having fun again. And you know, I was in Barcelona and had the pleasure to hang out with Ricky a few times and meet him and really interact with him and spend some time with him. And he is Barcelona. They love him. And I'm just glad to see him back on the floor. So, you know, shout out to my guy Ricky, man. It's good to see him back on the floor and playing well again. But he got a matchup tonight. With that being said, he's got a matchup tonight. And you know, he's no stranger to competition. He's been in it for a long time, and it's going to be very interesting. Sadaransky coming out here to play. Lapavitola's been playing really, really well also. So, you know, these guys are all competitors, so I expect a good one.
No, you're right. And I really like Lapavitola. His game, to me, is phenomenal. He's willing to share the ball. He's an elite shooter. And he's always looking to attack. You know, in some situations, guys like to run the play or, you know, kind of share the ball. It seems like Nico is just in attack mode, trying to eat at all times. And I really appreciate that when he has also that mindset to get his teammates involved. But I want to touch on Wade Baldwin real quick. Jake and I had this conversation last week about who we thought first team all EuroLeague was. And I would say Wade Baldwin is definitely on that list. Playing phenomenal, averaging 17.5 points, shooting 47 from 2, over 40% from 3, and 85% from the line, which he gets to a lot. 5 assists, almost half of that in turnovers, and a few rebounds. So he's kind of taken the huge step forward. You know, Lorenzo Brown, I thought maybe last year was leading the charge. I'd say they kind of flip-flopped a little bit this year. So Wade taking the lead and is being vocal. You know, we've seen his comments recently towards Kendrick Nunn. There's a lot of clickbait, what he said, but in reading the full article, I thought he was very complimentary of Kendrick Nunn. After Kendrick said he was the best offensive player, Wade gave him his props, you know, said he's playing great for them. He's made some big-time shots, especially just the game winner. But, of course, as soon as you say he's probably not the best offensive player in the league, you know, check me, check Marcus Howard, Mike James, yada, 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 they're going to take that coat and just really run with it. So I'm sure Wade's Instagram and phone has been blowing up, and it's just good competition that we like to see.
Without a doubt. And, you know, I love it. I love the respect factor, but I also love the competition in it. And Wade has definitely taken a step forward this year, man. He's been great. It was almost as if it was just a matter of time for him. You know, it was just a matter of time and comfort and being in a good situation where he could really showcase his game. And I think Maccabi's been a perfect place for him. You know, he looks comfortable on the floor. He looks like the game has slowed down, and he's just taking advantage of all his opportunities. A big guard, strong, can get to the pull-up, can get to the rim, finish at the rim. You know, whatever you need, you know, he's got it from an offensive standpoint, and that's a lot to deal with in EuroLeague, and he's probably one of the toughest matchups out here.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I went to battle with him when I was in Milano. He was in Munich, and we played each other in the playoffs. to get to the Final Four. And man, he was definitely the problem that you were saying. You know, at the time, obviously a mid-range assassin, just that was like his bread and butter. Anytime he could get to it, that's where he was headed. But he'll get to the rim and he'll try to dunk the bigs too. That's what I really appreciate.
Oh, yeah.
Something that I could never
Oh, yeah.
do. So I admire it even more. You know, he's long, he's strong. And as soon as he gets downhill, man, he's really attacking that rim, and he'll put it on some big guys' heads. So Jan Vesely, maybe watch out. Willie, maybe watch out today. So it's going to be a few highlight factors. But his three-point shot, in my opinion, is very improved. You know, I mentioned 40.2% from three. That's an elite number and something that wasn't his specialty. To be able to do that now, it's a huge threat. And Lapro and Ricky are really going to have their hands full in guarding him today.
Yeah, I agree. That three-point shot is what I believe was a separator for him. It was what kind of took his average from, I think, maybe 13 or 14 last year into that 17, 18 range with so many 20-point games. But, you know, again, explosive guard, very explosive. But, you know, he's got a matchup. He's got a couple matchups on the other side as well. Some guys who's been in it, you know, who understand what it's like to play against, you know, guys that are similar to him, especially Ricky. You know, we know Ricky has played against the USA team multiple times, and, you know, he has that experience, and Lapavitola as well. He has that experience. So, you know, these guys, you know, they're going to step up to that challenge. And just like he's going to be attacking them, they're going to do the same thing.
Absolutely. So we also want to get into, as we see here, the starting five. Oh, kind of went away, but Josh Nebo been playing extremely excellent for Maccabi. Really kind of solidified himself as the main center for that team. The guy is just floating on a trampoline at all times. Like, there's a couple times in the game where his head is at the rim. Man, who does he remind? Like, this is, I know they're different, but Louis Almondson from the Phoenix Suns, man, he used to sit on the rim, like really jump up there. Wow, that was deep in my brain right there.
You showed.
I don't know who are you going with.
You showed your basketball knowledge right there. you showed the vetting you came out right there.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. So if you guys don't know, we gotta look that one up.
Definitely gotta look that one up. I'm pretty sure it's a lot of people that don't know that one. Wow, man. I'm not even sure. You threw me for a loop with the Lou Almondson.
Yeah.
That was good. That was a good one.
So
that was
our guy,
I'm
Jake.
gonna come back to you. New one.
Yeah, we'll revisit that. Our guy Jake gets the start tonight at the 4, along with Bonzi Colson, who has also been playing extremely well for them in his second season here. Just kind of solidified that small forward position. Big body, long arm, so he's playing great. But to everybody who's watching on X and YouTube live right now, just why don't you head on over to the EuroLeague TV so you can catch the rest of this broadcast. We're still offering that discount code PV15 or Roll15 to get your little discount for the rest of the season. We got today's game, next week's final game, which is going to be absolutely insane, and then the playoffs. You know the playoffs are going to be great, plus the playing game. So get on.